Other than the emergency department, we didn't have a place that you could go if you weren't feeling safe or comfortable in your own home. We're a place for people who are experiencing a crisis, and whatever that crisis means to you.
This year, Maine's first crisis center opened in Portland. Spurwink Services and the Maine Department of Health and Human Services are partnering to operate the Crisis Receiving Center. It's one of the latest steps the state is taking to help people who are having a mental health crisis. In recent years, there's also been a societal shift relating to our approach to handling public safety. It highlights the need for psychological support before, during, and after a crisis. And that shift is expanding within our education system. News Center Maine's Carly Dion explains.
First responders are trained to handle emergency situations. Now, there's a new approach, focusing on the psychological first aid that's also needed in a crisis.
We have to understand what they're going through in order to make our jobs more effective.
The solution? Trauma-informed emergency management. Program coordinator Katie Corlew says it's a master's degree program focusing on mental, emotional, and psychological well-being for emergency personnel and those they're helping. It's one of 2 new online programs being offered through the University of Maine at Augusta.
And we need to be trauma informed, both for the communities that we're working with, for preparedness, for long-term recovery, but also for ourselves as professionals.
Corlew says roughly 80% of emergency management work starts with prevention. But she says it's also about more than just helping before and during a crisis.
A number of people who experience trauma are going to have a longer-term mental health crisis as they're recovering from it.
This program already has about a dozen students enrolled this summer. Corlew says this is the only graduate program that works from the trauma-informed perspective, which she believes is why it's already gaining international attention. A second, similar program begins this fall.
Frankly, it's taken more of a public health approach to public safety.
Maine Community Policing Institute Director Noel March says the associate degree in community policing is a first of its kind, not just in Maine, but across the country. It will focus on fostering relationships with the community. It covers the basics of law enforcement along with
coursework in homelessness and coursework in substance use disorder, hate crimes, how to build resilient communities. This is a smarter, better, more forward-leaning way to address community safety.
All this, an effort to ensure Maine remains one of the safest places to live. Carly Dion, News Center, Maine.
Applications are still being accepted for both programs. You can find more information on how to apply on our website and mobile app.